And
we're
we're
back. Welcome to the Cavalry.
Welcome to the Cavalry, everyone. It's good to know there's still people out there every Monday hitting refresh, waiting for the Cavalry to drop. Because every
That's
once in a
right.
while, I go real like manipulative, young jilted lover where I'm playing games. I'm like, I'm not even gonna post it this week and see if anybody even notices.
And they
People notice.
do.
They
And
do.
it's always Kevin.
They always text you. But that was a mistake. I didn't do it on purpose. But we did get it up. It's officially up. So
we did not break the streak.
We did not break the streak. Even though I was at a big wedding this weekend, so I had an excuse.
Oh, where was the wedding?
Winthrop, Washington.
Oh, was it anybody you know?
It was my wife's cousin. So yes, I said that like I wouldn't know. She's like very close with her. So yeah, she was in the bridal party. Yeah. We knew her, but I didn't know anybody else. Like, so I knew my wife's cousin, and I kind of know her betrothed. And then I knew, but it doesn't matter if you know the person involved because you can't talk to them really, hardly at all. So that's one down. And then also my wife's other cousin and her husband, they're great, and they live here in Portland, so I know them. But after that, zip.
Nice.
Literally nobody.
So did your wife have like other stuff to do, or were you kind of like on your own?
I mean, we had Ginger. So that's the rare case where it's like, I mean, I love my daughter, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But that's the rare case where she comes in handy,
right. Where she's useful.
Totally. Because she's like, I gotta chase after Ginger over here. Like, Ginger, talk to me. Come on. You want to play with me, don't you? She's like, no, leave me alone. Go talk to the adults. No. Oh, she's just being so needy right now. I don't know.
She's got diarrhea. She's acting like she doesn't, but she has diarrhea.
So that saves you in social situations. And but it was like cabins in the woods, so you're multiple nights, so it's you're seeing people, and you're supposed to be like developing relationships. But I find it, I don't how do you like going to weddings? Do you enjoy it?
No. I mean, if it's my immediate siblings, I do, but those are all done now.
Well, for now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go round 2.
I know. Heidi and I were talking about it. Like, we got nobody left. I think we're done on weddings. I was like,
that's good.
Who do we know?
Isn't that nice?
It's great. And then if anybody gets remarried, or there's no like,
like, oh, we already did it. You know what though? We do have so now we're getting to the next generation. So I'm gonna start having niece, nephew.
Oh, those what? Oh my God!
Like, Erin's going to a wedding of her cousin's kid.
Whoa! Yeah, you're right. Oh, and then you have to be better with like gifts. And you know what I mean?
You can't blame it on, he's just an idiot.
He's just a poor, dumb, starving artist.
Yeah.
I told you that. I've told that story about when we bought the candle.
Did you?
Well, there's this comedian, very funny comedians, both of them, Sean Green and Tess Barker from Los Angeles. And they got married. And we were like, when you look around and you can tell you were the last people to get invited.
Yep.
Like, you're like, oh, they know them really well. They know them pretty well. Their family.
You just made the cut.
We're like, wow, we must have been right on the cutting room floor. But we had no money, and they put it on the registry, but we bought them a candle.
Well, they put a candle on the registry?
Yeah, one.
Oh, okay.
For like $30, but it was like a candle.
Yeah.
And then we said that to our friend Ryan, my fake manager, and he just killed us. He was like, "Oh my God, you can never show your face in front of them again. That's the most humiliating thing ever." Because he's from New York, you're supposed to give him like $500 cash or something.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. I don't know. It was on the registry. We have no money. So we bought like the cheapest thing that we thought would be kind of nice. you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, oh my God, you fucked up." And we're like, "You're crazy, whatever. Don't put it on your wrist." And then Heidi gets like a notification like a week after the wedding that they returned the candle. And they're like, but then Heidi got the money back too. Like they didn't even get
Oh,
cash value
that's
for it.
so funny.
Which I'm like, why wouldn't have they get, so I think they probably thought maybe they were going to get cash for it and then they didn't, or I don't know how that happened. Or
Oh,
they just
that
didn't like the
is
candle.
hilarious.
It's like, oh, we shouldn't have gotten the shit candle. The BO candle was a bad choice. But
So you just got your money back.
we got our money back. Which, you know what? We probably needed it.
They probably knew it.
And when we haven't even bought a gift yet, but isn't there a thing? You're probably the wrong guy to.
No, that you have a year.
Questions. You have a year. Is that true?
Yes, but I think that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm on your side.
We're abusing. We're
abusing
abusing
it, and I take advantage of it. But I think it's weird that there's just this rule. You have a year. Like, why? Who's that for?
Well, it's bad because like if there's a lot of weddings. Well, first of all, it's the only thing that you can do that with, right?
Yeah.
There's no anniversary or birthday or baptism. Yeah. For some reason, you get a year on a wedding, and then also like if you go to too many weddings, you're gonna go into like debt.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, we're up against. We gotta get like 6 gifts by the end of the month.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Well, we do owe a gift. So
how for the one you just went to?
Yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't,
Yeah.
Do you get any relief on if it's a destination wedding?
What?
Do you get any relief on if it's a destination wedding, like because you've already gone out, quite a bit?
I don't know. I mean, I just happen to know that one etiquette rule. I don't know the rule on destination weddings. Yeah. I don't know. So
it's fine. We'll get something nice.
I just try to put myself. I mean,
I'll get them 2 candles.
Just give them money. That's all. That's all you wanted, right?
Yeah, but the problem. The problem with that is like, what's the number then? Like, what's
apparently $30?
No, I mean, you can't give somebody $30.
I don't know, $100.
That seems light. I mean, but then like if I bought him $100 gift, I'd be like, yeah, it's a pretty good gift. It's like $100 cash. Like
that's good round. Yeah, that's a good round number. $100. Here you go. And plus, also, I think the number is proportionate with how well you know them.
Money's all off now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With like the inflation, like $100 used to be like a lot. Like that was the dividing line of what a lot of money was.
Yeah.
Like if you found $90 in your PayPal account or your, jeans or something, that's one thing. But if it was $100 or more, you're like, oh my God, that changes my week. Or that used to be like a lot of money. Now I feel like it's $200.
So you feel like it's
doubled. I think it's literally doubled what, like if anything's under $200 that I'm getting, that's not like, I'm not excited.
Okay.
It doesn't get any endorphins in me. Like if you do a gig, and it's
175,
you might as well just not pay. To me, you're either paying or anything under $200 is like a free gig.
Yeah.
But that's not me being an elitist or like
this is what money is.
I'm not a rich man, but it's just like that's what the world is now. I feel like that's just not you. What can you do? Like $100 is one lunch out. Like when you go out to lunch, with 3 kids, $100. That's like Culver's probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's like going out to eat is even if it's fast food, it's like it's terrible.
That's what I'm saying.
3 kids. If you found $90 in your pocket,
the way you said that just now, it sounded like you just realized you had 3 kids. Yeah, 3 kids.
Because it shouldn't be that expensive. But it's like, oh, we went to Culver's. Yeah, but we're feeding 5 people.
Yeah, I know.
What would you do if you found $90 in your pants pocket?
Nothing. I mean, what do you mean?
Nothing? You just
W-
put it in your savings account?
I would just walk around with the cash, and then like some point. That's what I mean. I don't even go to the. I'm not going to like the ATM to deposit $90.
Yeah.
So I just walk around and wait till those like. There's always some awkward interaction that happens to me when you travel where you don't have cash and you realize this is a tipping situation. Like, oh man, like a hotel shuttle drive or like do you have a Venmo? And then I just pretend to do buttons on my phone and like, oh, okay, I'll hit you later.
What time? Papa Murphy's. First of all, Papa Murphy's. You get that, right? You have Papa Murphy's. They have a tip thing. They turn the thing. It's like you got to do the thing, and then they ask if you want a tip.
Yeah,
Papa Murphy's, and the person standing right there, and I, just said, "Oh, I'll just do cash." So I just did no, and then I had no cash.
Wait a minute. You said you told them I'll just tip cash to their face.
Because I couldn't get it to go. Like they had to show me. That's why I was like forced to interact with them. I couldn't get the button to go.
You couldn't get it to say no.
I had to adjust.
You kept hitting no. And
yeah,
it wasn't like...
nothing happened.
That's probably got to be by design.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, there's a problem with our machine. What is it you'd like to do, sir? Not tip me? Okay, well, your pizza's almost... I mean, it's not ready. We don't cook it here, but your pizza's almost assembled.
Thrown together. Your pizza's almost saran wrapped.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what? Heidi and I were talking about this today, but like this was her observation. But that's the phraseology that they use now in those order at the counter situations with the electronic. Like, it's gonna ask you a few questions. Like it's the one,
right?
It's the one who wants the tip. It's kind of curious about some stuff. So hear it out.
Oh, I don't know how to read. Can you tell me what it's asking me?
Yeah. But here's what I noticed. And see if I literally said this for the first time today to her, but when they like a coffee shop and then you get done giving your order, they go, what's a good name for the order? You heard that? They all say, what? No one's like, what's your name?
Right.
What's a good name for the order? Well, my name. That's a good name for the order. And my name is Andrew. Like, no one else asks what your name is like that.
Right.
You don't introduce yourself to somebody, like, hey, I'm Andrew. What's a good name for you?
Unless they're trying to get ahead of like pranksters, Hey, what's a good name for this? Captain Thick Dick. All right.
Well, how's that getting ahead of them?
You say, what's your name?
Oh, the legitimacy. You think they're in it for the legitimacy of the prank? You think Captain Thick Dick has got standards for what counts? They got me. They didn't ask me what my real name is. So if I lie, if I say what's a good name, it's not as funny.
What if you just say, if they're like, oh, what's a good name? Oh, just use mine.
Yeah, that's what or like.
But you don't say what your name is.
What's a good name for the order? I don't know why is it sound too aggressive to go like if you took my order, okay, what's your name? Like, do people not like that question?
Here, let's practice. Let's see how this sounds. Okay. 1 iced coffee with creamer. What's your name?
My name's Andrew.
It's for the coffee, just so you know. I'm not flirting with you. Maybe that's what it is. I realized. Maybe it's so that it's not,
Well, I thought about that too. It's like people are sensitive about like, oh, we don't want to ask them their personal information. But then in the next breath, they'll be like, hey, put in your phone number and email so we can follow up with you for the rest of your life because you got coffee here once.
I don't
know.
I don't know what the answer is.
This feels like a premise that has no payoff. Like I would try this on stage and it would go nowhere. And then I would have no joke for it, really. I would have no solution or no take or no
It does sound
reasoning.
like, oh, it'll come to me up there. Something
And
funny
it
will
just
happen.
doesn't come. And you go, oh, is that not this is what would happen too. Then I get nothing. And then I'd look at the crowd, go, oh, maybe has that not happened to you guys? And they go, no, yeah, it happens to us too.
No, or
And,
you bring up the premise, and then someone in the audience just clearly tells you
the
the
exact
logical
right answer.
explanation, and you're like, oh, I guess that does make sense.
And they always do it in the most succinct, like easily explicable, like clear as day.
Yeah.
Like it's not even confused. Like if it's a confusing answer, you can kind of make fun of them before they get to the end of their point, so you can cut them off at the pass,
Yeah.
But no, you're right. That's killed me many times. These goddamn know-it-all audience members.
All right, so I'm gonna go because this is a perfect transition into my topic, and then we can do pre-show topics after.
Oh yeah,
But
please.
Because that happened, I have that joke. It's old joke. It's on my dry bar. It's about Uber driver. I'm taking an Uber to the airport, and he said, and we're getting close. He's looking at the signs, and he goes, "Are you going to arrivals or departures?"
Yes.
And I say, what? I'm talking about dumb people. I'm like, see, someone made this guy, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it gets a laugh. It always, works or whatever. It's never awkward. For some reason, my guy, it's on YouTube. It's a reel or whatever. And the comments on YouTube, people are like, has this guy never picked up a friend at the airport? Apparently this guy doesn't know that people like to pick up friends and family at the airport. I'm like, I don't reply because I'm not going to give them the satisfaction, but like, do people ride themselves to the airport to pick up people?
Yeah, in an Uber?
In an Uber, that's what I mean.
What a waste of money.
Yeah, if you're going to, okay, give your buddy, let them use your Uber. You don't have to have them pick you up at your house to go get your friend at the like what?
The only argument, that's the stupidest. I can't believe. First of all, YouTube people are the worst. Let me rank internet people for a second.
Please.
YouTube people are last place, the worst.
Dumbest, right?
The dumbest.
Okay.
Facebook is the second dumbest.
Okay. Okay.
Instagram is the third dumbest.
Okay.
TikTok is the fourth dumbest. And then like everything else is above that. So Reddit, Nextdoor, actually, if we're going deep dives, Nextdoor is down there with Facebook, but not dumber than YouTube. YouTube is the dumbest. The dumbest, shittiest, worst people alive are all on YouTube. I don't know, and I'm sorry if you're watching this on YouTube right now.
Just don't comment.
But the comments on YouTube, and if I ever post a joke on YouTube, or if it ever gets any response, it's never like some people, very rarely, some people laugh and tell you it's nice, but usually it's only because the joke got into some territory where it's now causing like an actual argument between stupid people on either side of the argument. And they're not even talking about how clearly the guy was just like joking, and
right.
We shouldn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the worst. So, but what I was going to say is, I thought they were going to say, well, sometimes like if the airport, this is like inside baseball, but if the airport is really one of those notoriously busy airports, some people like to like switch it up and like, oh, I do my departures or like when I'm leaving, I'll go to arrivals and then just take the elevator up because I can skip all the traffic. Yeah. That's the only way you could argue with you.
Yep.
But you're making it so you wouldn't if you were a normal person, because you go, the guy is just being funny.
Yeah.
And that's probably not what the Uber driver was doing in that instance anyway.
This dipshit says the entire joke only works if you don't have a family or friends. False. You're a stupid person. You're embarrassing yourself. And then this other person wrote, well, it is confusing. I mean, he is literally arriving to and departing from the airport. I can't. These people are so. And then this guy, this other one. Here's another comment. Idiot doesn't know that people get Ubers to go pick up their friends at the airport. Yeah, I'm the idiot.
What? Okay, that is a great. So that person's just saying it. He's saying it that there are people out there who get Ubers to pick up other people at the airport, and that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And if you complain about any financial situation in your life, that things are too expensive, that your job doesn't, then you should shut up forever. If you've paid for an Uber to pick someone else up in an Uber at the airport.
Yeah.
Unless they were gone for, okay, if you don't have a car and your friend was gone for 6 years in a prison camp and you wanted to be there to greet them at the airport, maybe you could still take public transportation.
Yep.
But maybe you could take an Uber to pick up your friend in an Uber and go home.
Yeah. And they would have, only.
But that's such a, no, I'm with you. That's insane.
And then the other comment is he could have been meeting someone, so not so dumb. Yes, it is dumb. We just clarified. You guys are all.
And you had bags. No one's bringing that up. You had luggage with you.
Yeah.
So who picks up their friend? Who picks up their friend with luggage?
Exactly.
You should get. I'm gonna get in the comments.
You should
send me the link. Send me the link to this video. I'm gonna get in the comments.
I will.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Great.
I'm gonna spend the next 8 hours of my life arguing with these people on YouTube. Why give them? Why seed the ground? YouTube's like the biggest thing in the world. Why are we giving them?
Well, that's what my topic is. You look at these people. I only looked at I think the first one. I don't think it was even this one. I came up with this topic before these comments, but you need to, if you're going to YouTube should not let you comment on anything unless you have posted anything. Majority of the ones that they're like, not funny, you're a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
You click on it and it's like 0. They have posted nothing.
Yes.
They follow a ton. They have 0 followers. They have posted nothing. It's just like, you lurker piece of shit.
Yeah, you should have to post if you're going to comment on stand-up, you have to have posted a stand-up video.
Yeah.
Of yourself doing stand-up. That's the only people who get to weigh in.
Ridiculous.
That's a good topic. Yeah, I like that. That's your official topic? I thought your topic was just going to be don't take an Uber to pick up your friend in an Uber at the airport, because that's a great topic. I can't even imagine if
you're your dick in a toaster. I mean, no one's going to do that,
Imagine if you were the friend who asked to be picked up.
Oh, God.
And then your buddy was like, "Oh, I would, man, but sorry, I don't have a car." They're like, "Oh, you could just Uber." Why don't you just Uber to come? Like, do you not know what Uber is? Do you not know why they invented it?
Oh, you can just Uber. Oh, you mean you're gonna get me an Uber? No. I want you to Uber from your house to pick me up, and then we'll get in the same Uber and go back.
I gotta get in on these comments. Please send me the link. I'm gonna go. I'll go find it.
I will send you the link.
Drives me crazy.
Do this. View on YouTube there.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's just amazing. I posted one video on YouTube. I mean, like the short. I do it on the reels or the shorts or whatever they call it. And every once in a while, this last one I did. It's funny. It's about stupid. Are we getting dumber? But I say we're not getting dumber. Like, dumb people are getting more confident. And then I go do these examples, and then I talk about how they should. Anyway, but then this
you talked about that. You've done that on stage now.
Oh yeah, no, I have a whole bit.
Oh, okay.
That was a topic I probably at some point. Yeah. Most of these topics are, like I said, thinly worked out premises.
Yeah.
And so Yeah, it's like a pretty good bit for me. And like the big thing at the end is like, that's how we solve our problems. It should be $9.99 a month to go to Stanford, because the whole idea is that like, it's too expensive to go to college, but the internet is so cheap, and that's why all the stupid ideas are gaining traction. It's because it's just people can't afford. So it should be $9.99 a month to go to Stanford and $100,000 a year for Wi-Fi. So that's like the punchline at the end. But then all these people are like legitimately debating the pros and cons. I'm like, you fucking idiots.
The pros and cons of if that was the price structure.
Yeah, that actually would be beneficial. Or yeah, the internet. I'm like, they're not gonna make Stanford $9.99 a month. It's just a stupid thing. Just to illustrate why I'm talking to you right now. Right. You should not have Wi-Fi. That's the whole point.
Oh shit. Wow.
Anyway, but it's but we do it. We do it because I feel like maybe we're reaching do you think we're reaching like a tipping point with how useful all this like internet comedy is?
Do I think we're reaching a tipping point?
Well, like the people who were gonna like really exploit the TikTok, this format of in the reels and the podcast video.
Well, everyone that's gonna
the people that were gonna get it kind of got it.
Yeah.
And then like the gold rush might be over as far as this world.
I don't know.
You just still think that's the number one way people are going to consume comedy is just.
I don't know if I'd say it's the number one way, but I think that it's still a path to success.
Yeah,
I still think.
I guess I just wish that it wasn't.
I know, me too. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Ugh.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Just keep. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just keep fucking chopping up. You're gonna start.
No, you got a guy. You can't even complain.
No, I know, but I if I'm posting 3 times a week, I'm not gonna be able. The material is going to run out.
But he can just start at the beginning again.
Yeah, I know.
That's how short the attention spans are.
From a different show.
Yeah. Like, hey man, I got you a whole new hour. I mean, it's not a new hour. I'm wearing a different shirt.
Yeah.
So
different venue.
Try all those again with the new shirt. See how they do. Then I'll start tinkering with jokes. But let's try the shirt thing first.
Yeah. Let's see if that's the problem. Yeah.
That's the scariest thing about like going through old clips, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll start doing like really old stuff, like going through like the oldest clips I can find and posting stuff. It's like, oh my God, I have the same shirts.
Oh, I know. I like have no beard. I have short hair, but the same fucking shirt.
Just the exact same style. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You're even like looking at it, you're like, God damn, that's a good shirt. Oh, I still have that shirt. I still wear that shirt.
I should wear that more. Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Well, I'm backing you up. I think.
Thank you.
Well, that you need to be post on YouTube, to comment on YouTube.
Something out there if you're gonna.
And that should go for every social media site, like
sure.
And Instagram. If you have no photos or no videos, and you're like commenting,
don't even have a profile picture,
because it's so obvious you're just like you're
a lurker,
or a burner. Like you probably do have an account where you post stuff.
Oh yeah. Stuff. This is your asshole account.
Yeah,
you're anonymous. Do you ever post? Not like I'll thumbs up things if I see something I love on YouTube, but like I don't know if I've ever commented on a video.
Oh, I'll do a laughing face emoji. I'm prone to that. Or a heart.
Yeah, those are probably better for the algorithm than a.
I was saying, up. Yeah, like that's true, and I actually think about that. I'm like, oh man, they probably want some comments or something. But then also, just if it really makes me laugh, I want to show more than just like liking it.
Yeah.
Sharing it is good too, but
Yeah.
But like what was I gonna say? Shoot. I forgot. Social media talk.
Fleeting.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Oh, speaking of which, I just sent you something. Jason Russell sent me the YouTube video I sent you. I don't know why he sent it to me, but I think it made more sense me sending it to you. Did you even watch it? It was the thing about
I did watch it, but
I sent it to you thinking you'd think it's like, oh, that's like my football coaching.
Oh, I didn't understand that. I thought it was when you like would run marathons and
Oh,
not
okay.
train that much. Or like my friend Jason, and then we talked about running the marathon and he didn't train at all.
Yeah, and
I thought you were referencing that. And I was like,
okay.
well, kind of, but also this guy won the marathon. Like he won the thing. But you are exactly right. This guy just didn't know you were allowed to sleep. That's why he won.
Yeah,
He didn't win because he was
a guy
fast.
that he beat the first place person.
Yeah, because he just didn't think you were allowed to sleep. So it changes your whole mentality.
Yeah, it was an ultra marathon.
Yeah, so they were. I mean, it's an insane.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But okay, that now I get it with that context, and
that's why I sent it to you.
But my main takeaway was like I hated the way that guy talked,
and it was too long of a video.
And he was like making it all about himself. I was like, just to get the information to me. I don't need all this. He's so well lit and everything.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like they're on the Today Show. That's the other problem. Like, and I get it. I have a ring light on me right now, but everybody looks like they're on the Today Show now, and that's also unpleasant because
what do you mean? What does that mean?
Look like because everybody like is so. So this guy who's not who is he?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
you're saying he like looked so done up and
his name is Derek Fay, and he's just a guy. And as far as I can tell, he has no job. He's just a YouTuber, founder and CEO of 3F Management. Big business, big truths, big exits. Who even fucking know what that means? But that's what he does. He's just some sort of
what do you do? Oh, I do big exits.
But so like all his things, he looks so like there's like you can tell it's in a studio with like lighting and plants behind him, and like it could be the Tonight Show, and so everybody gets this sort of faux legitimacy.
Yep.
But he's nobody. He doesn't. You know what I mean? So there should be a new level of television camera or lighting that separates real television from internet television. So we know when we're watching it, like, oh, this is Al Roker. This is a psychopath. Yeah. We can tell the difference by the graininess of the footage.
Right.
Because otherwise, there's confused old people out there going like, well, what if there's a militia?
What did the man say?
Yeah. See, now I've talked myself into like that could be a good premise. So I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
But I'm gonna get a pen. I should get something out of this podcast every once in a while. Goddamn. Anyway, but yeah, that's what I took away from that video. And now that you're saying it, now I get why you sent it to me. But a part of me was wondering why I was like, yeah.
I felt right after I said, I was like, that's too long. I don't like sending long. If it's not hilarious. I don't like sending.
Yeah, there wasn't much payoff, but I did watch it because when it comes from you, I figure there's going to be a big payoff.
A reason.
There's got to be a reason. He wouldn't waste my time.
Yeah, that's probably the most disappointing video I'll ever make you sit through.
He wouldn't waste my time. He only does that once a week for an hour and a half for the last 5 years. But he wouldn't do that via text.
That's another good topic. I don't know what the angle would be, but like just like when you're sending stuff to friends, like Jason will send me, he'll be up at 2, he goes to bed at 3 a.m, wakes up at noon, and he'll just like, oh, this is interesting. I'll send that to John. And it's like, I don't want to watch everything you watched last night.
Oh my God. people go in a flirt. Sometimes you meet somebody new
Yeah.
and you start following each other on Instagram, and then they just think it's like that, and then you're like, oh my god, and they'll
Yeah.
send 6. You'll wake up with 6 videos that they've sent, and you're like, buddy, no, 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 no. I do not want to know what your algorithm thinks of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is not like this. And so every once in a while, I catch myself. I was sending, and I never send anything to anybody. But the Todd Glass has been doing some.
Oh yeah.
Have you been watching those?
The ones
He
where he's
is
at the
so
car shop.
funny. When he did I send you the one where he just breaks the window
Yeah,
with the
I've seen
hammer?
that one.
That I sent to like 3 people, and I've never sent anything to anybody. But I was like, this is like the funniest shit I've ever
Yeah.
seen in my life.
He's a great follow. He's a great
He is
follow.
doing it so well because you're like, how do you take this to the next place? Because we're all
Yeah.
just posting old stand-up clips of ourselves, and then the next version of that was like crowd work, and then the next version is like, I don't know, I guess what Josh Johnson's doing with like topical humor and stuff. But like, what is he doing? Well, he's like, I'm gonna do these like fake sort of caught on Snapchat.
Right.
Even the captioning of it, or what, it's like this thing that was supposed to have gone viral because it's not a great quality video. It looks like someone's just capturing it from the corner, and he's just being the biggest ass old guy with all these, and he's always around all these young people. Like, who are these young people that he hangs out with? I don't know, but it's very,
Yeah,
they're all
the
very
caption will be like, "Our Uber driver just ran through a red light."
They're all very funny. If you guys aren't following Todd Glass, he's probably like the funniest guy to follow right now.
Yeah.
All right.
We should try
Do
to
you
get
have
into the Cavalry.
more social media talk? Oh. Hey,
Hey.
do we have any other pre-show?
Oh, it sounded like you were going to go into a sponsor. Hey,
No,
do
I
your
wish.
underpants bunch up too much?
One of these days.
Yeah.
Legal Zoom.
Legal Zoom. ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter. They're doing the stupidest ads ever right now.
On what, podcast?
I think it's ZipRecruiter or else it's LinkedIn. Somebody like that is doing this ad that's driving me crazy. I think it's on podcasts. But it's like, I wanted us, they're like, ahoy, matey, I'm here for the job interview. They're like, hey, we wanted a sale representative, not a sale, guy who works on a sailboat representative. And you're like, oh, just fucking kill yourself.
Wow.
But that's really like, especially with advertising, but even comedy, even stand-up, like almost I would say half of it is just the English language where words can mean the same thing. It's like sail and sail.
Yeah.
Those they're spelled differently, but it's like, you know what I mean? That's like a lot of comedy when you really
Wasn't that
break
like
it
a
down.
whole Gallagher special was all about?
Probably. I never watched Gallagher. I've never watched 1 second of Gallagher. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can. I remember walking through Blockbuster as a kid and seeing the cassette covers, and like he's got his head painted like a watermelon, just being like, what is this guy? And just not having any clue. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a special. I've seen like clips. That's how I know what I'm saying. But not until, way later, I'd always wondered like, what is Gallagher? What is this?
Do you think the average person knows that like then his brother started touring with the act? So there's like Gallagher 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if like most people bought tickets and just like, well, whatever. Is it the same guy? It doesn't matter. He's gonna smash the watermelon and
right. Of all the acts to like lift and just kind of take and do as someone else, that's the one, the smashing watermelons.
But it's kind of the easiest one to give to somebody, because you're like, you couldn't, like, if Bill Burr had a brother and you're like, yeah, man, just go do the last hour out there. People, I think that would be.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's kind of like where it's at with like the AI thing,
Yeah.
Like if you could go, hey, you can see Bill Burr tonight, and it's only $20, but it's the exact same show he's giving on the East Coast at the same time. But it's just going to be this sort of. I guess that's not what
You mean like a live
That's like a
feed?
hologram. I'm thinking of like an actual robot that looks exactly like Bill Burr, talks exactly like Bill Burr, and says things he would say.
Oh, okay.
You know, but
Yeah.
he's just kind of licensed it to go out and tour as
So
himself.
he's like franchising
And like
himself.
edit like basically the jokes, but it can kind of go off script a little bit within his.
Yeah, within his voice.
Now that I'm describing it out loud, it sounds pretty good. If there's
Did you
any
go through
AI
that?
companies out there who want me to sign my act away,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I'm all ears.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did we
should
do
I do
your
my topic?
What's
I should
yours?
do my topic.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned airport, so that's a good one.
Thank you.
Have you ever seen? My topic is airport.
I'll back you up.
Hey, airport. What's up? What's up? Why is it sometimes is it bad at airport? It should be good.
Yeah.
No. How about this?
Yes.
Food trucks
Okay.
at the airport. Can we stop with that? Have you seen that before?
Food trucks in the airport.
So the new thing is like here's what it really is. Everybody thinks food courts are trashy. They're like that's so 90s, and it's like Cinnabon and Annie Ann's pretzels and Sbarro and like, no, we can't have a food court. We'll do a food hall. That's the new thing. Have you ever been to a food hall?
I don't think so.
Well, it's a food court, but they call it a food hall. It's the exact same shit. But they don't call. But then it's like big long tables and just cooler restaurants. But it's the exact same idea.
Is this still an airport? Are we still talking about airports?
Yes, these are in airports.
A food hall.
Food
like
hall.
A hallway you walk down and it has fast food next to you.
Oh, yes. So then now instead of food courts, they'll do like these food trucks. Like Portland has them. Seattle has there's putting them in. I saw, and then LA was the first one at the Terminal 5 or something. They would have these like fake, obviously, food trucks.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's cool. I'm eating at the food truck. Yeah. I'm gonna get a $24
tacos.
$24 street taco at the food truck. And it's like, are we children? Do we need to pretend we're in some sort of fantasy world all the time?
Yeah.
Like, this is not a truck. It's not too quick. You spent real energy and time fashioning this, thing to look like a truck when it's not a truck. I know it's not a truck. You know it's not a truck. Just be a restaurant or be a little fast food stand or whatever.
Or be a kiosk.
Be a kiosk.
Yeah.
But I for some reason I hate it, and it's like I think part of the reason why I hate it too is that food trucks themselves, the real thing, is kind of like romantic, right? It's like, okay, I have this idea for a recipe. Everyone said my chicken parm is like the best they've ever tasted. Fuck it. I can't afford to rent out space in a restaurant or a kitchen, but I can get a truck for like $100,000, and then I'm gonna just and it's gonna be so good. People are gonna talk about it, and we'll get another truck, and then we'll open my own restaurant or whatever the dream is. And it's like taking that idea and just like, I don't know, exploiting it or something.
Yeah, they're faking it. They're exploiting.
They're faking it.
Cash in on it, on this trend.
Yes. That's the other thing too. It's like not timeless. So like in like 10 years, it'll look so tacky and stupid. People will just be like, why are there trucks in the airport that serve food? I don't understand. Is that catering?
I think the main thing, to me, I haven't seen that, but after having you explain it, I think the thing that's so upsetting about it is how it's insulting to your intelligence.
Yes. That's what I want to be, because I was like literally walking by and I'm like, they didn't drive here, like
That's
What is
so
the parking
cool.
rates on parking in the terminal?
That would be funny. You just tell like you tell one story like, "Oh my god, me and my wife, yeah, this is so sweet. We met at we met at a food truck. We were both hungry. We were both eating tacos,
Yeah.
and she goes to the same one as I. I was like, "Oh, you've been here before?" And then at the end of the story, you're like, "Yeah, oh, it was at Terminal 5 of the airport." Ugh.
I know, like, to me, uh, I think, like, every airport restaurant should be kind of the same. It should be like there should be, like, seats, booths, you know?
Yeah,
Sit down. Like, I don't like fast like, I understand, like, sometimes you want something cheaper,
yeah,
but, like, then they have like, the perfect version is the grab and go. So there'll be, like, a Chili's, right?
yep,
And then the Chili's 2, and the Chili's 2 just has, like, all this horrible food, but prepackaged and, like,
yeah,
ready to just sell you. That should be every restaurant at the airport
yeah.
because those are the 2 things you need, you know?
How often do
And
you
no
eat at
Chick-fil-A's.
restaurants?
No Chick-fil-A's in the airport
Why?
because there's too many times where it's Sunday, and
Oh
it's
god,
if
I
you're
know.
gonna be in the airport, you gotta be open on Sunday. How about that for a rule? So Chick-fil-A can decide. You
Yeah.
wanna stay in the airport, you have to renounce your God.
Right.
But, yeah, because
Yeah,
that's ridiculous. You're taking up a spot, by the way. If there's, like, a long line at every other thing, and then Chick-fil-A's closed, that's
yeah.
on Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like,
you'd be
"Oh, I'm
sucking up,
glad that
like
you're like." Yeah, they think they're just like, "Oh, well, we don't need the money. Our God is more important. This isn't about you. I need
right,
fucking food, and you're a
yeah.
spot that I can't get
Near a
it at now."
spot that now all these other fat slobs are taking up the line everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I back you up.
Oh, thank you. I knew you would. I don't even know what the topic is at the
I
oh,
think you
no
had like
food trucks
3
at the
different
airport.
ones.
But
Yeah,
the Chick-fil-A one's pretty good now that I've
that's a
talked
good one.
myself into that.
Yeah, that's a good yeah, I
I'm gonna
like
change it to Chick-fil-A. No Chick-fil-A's at the airport.
no Chick-fil-A at the
That's my
airport.
new topic.
Or if they are, they have to be open
They
on
have to be open
Sunday.
on Sundays.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Get on it, Trump.
Woo!
He
I
could
like
just
it.
make that happen. He just makes a rule whenever he wants.
Who?
Trumper.
Trumper? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
mean, you're telling him to make
Trumpy.
it happen, yeah.
He can make it happen.
I do love, politics back on the Cavalry, but I do love that he you saw his tweet where he was like, "Oh, isn't it interesting that, now ever since I said I don't like Springfield," or whatever he said, he's like, "Now Taylor Swift is not
Oh,
hot
yeah.
anymore." It's like, "What are you talking about?
I
Are you a
know.
3rd grader?"
And it's like, how does he know that if maybe Taylor Swift isn't hot anymore? I don't know what the current trends are, but how does he know? What is he reading Tiger
Has he
Beat?
not looked
Like,
in a mirror? My Jesus Christ.
oh, you mean like I figured he meant it like hot on the charts or hot like the hottest selling ticket or whatever that. You think he
Oh,
meant like physically hot?
I don't know.
Like
Who
like
fucking know?
she's
He
lost her
probably did
looks?
mean that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I love that he goes after like any like the most like there is no one with like a greater approval rating than Bruce Springsteen. Like he
Right.
brings together so many quadrants or so many different demographics of the
Yeah.
country like love Springsteen. And
Yeah.
and he's like great critically too. Like everyone universally would say like I don't even know anything about music, but like he's like one of the more important
Yeah.
American musicians of all time, right? And he's just like, yeah, that's the guy. I'm gonna shit.
Well, he stole Bruce, like he used Bruce Born in the USA for his
Right,
campaign
right, right,
the
right,
last
right.
time without his permission. And now after Bruce Springsteen, goes after him is like saying what an idiot is, he's like, I don't like him. He's talentless. He's
Right.
talentless. He sucks. Like, oh really?
That's
Then
the
why'd
thing.
you
Like
use his music?
he doesn't have like a any other gear. That's like one of his many problems. It's probably that's probably like 1,437th on the list of his problems I have with him. But like he can't he doesn't have the ability to say like, "Hey, look, I'm like you. Bruce Springsteen, great musician. He just doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to politics. I wish he did. I'll convince him one day. But this guy, you know, but he's got to go. Hey, he doesn't even know how to play the guitar. I don't think he knows how to play the guitar. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Taylor Swift doesn't have any fans. Like, I think she has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a dummy.
What a dummy.
It's so funny because then you're like, Joe Biden has prostate cancer or whatever.
Yeah.
You're like, God, he just can't buy a break.
Can't.
Couldn't have been the other guy, huh? You could never give cancer to the right guy. And the thing is it kind of, I had this thought, like, I was the first one who, like, Biden shouldn't have run again, and I was hoping he would have backed out.
You were the first one?
I was the first one.
Oh my God.
I'm on the record. But you see why they do. And all these congressmen.
You see why they do what?
They keep going. They don't quit. They don't retire. Nobody ever gives up. So it's the same thing with the congressmen and the Supreme Court. Every level, nobody just kind of steps aside, because the second they do, that's when they get cancer and they die.
Oh,
it's like the body knows. You're like, we don't have a purpose anymore, and then the cells just get malignant and go, and then you're dead. You gotta have a purpose.
Okay. Yeah, but what about? Yeah, I don't know.
What about, like, all these examples you're thinking of that are counter to what I just said?
Well, I mean, Biden's what, 116 or something?
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, the chances are he would have gotten it anyway. But what I'm saying is, like, I think if you hang on too long, then you have to keep hanging. Like, if you, like, there's some people like Jimmy Carter or whatever, they get out early enough and then they find a new purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. I do like,
But that's a great thing about stand-up. And I think about this all the time. You just never have to retire.
Exactly.
You can do it forever. Especially in the future when there's, like,
the metaverse.
The metaverse. Oh, hopefully not that. But even, like, just self-driving cars, or, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just roll my old ass into the back of a Waymo and go, okay, it's a 19-hour drive to Kansas City. And I just sit back
All
there.
Right, time to jerk off for 19 hours.
And then I go do like 40 bad minutes. And, all right. No, I don't even want the Waymo to leave. Just stay there and then take me back.
What is that? Is that a word you made up? What is a Waymo?
No, that's a self-driving car. Those are the self-driving taxis that are, like, going around Phoenix and LA and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, that's in the future. Like, the cars you won't need to drive. So it'll be easier for old ass comics to, like, keep doing the road. That's the first thing I think about.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Good news.
Ooh. It's gonna get easier. Yeah, it's
gonna get easier.
That's like MapQuest, how it turned into GPSs, and
right.
So easy now.
Okay.
Good app.
Hey, I've got some things to plug. I kept forgetting to plug this, but my new album will be, first of all, if you're listening to this, you can pre-order it right now. It's called Untapped Potential. I'll share the link a bunch coming forward, so on social media and stuff. But you can.
This is a big album for pedophiles. A lot of pre-orders. Just because there's a picture of you as a child.
You have to say that. The album in no way defends or celebrates pedophiles. I just want to be clear about that.
Right.
Johnny was meant that the picture I used was an adorable picture of me
as a child.
Yeah. But the album will be out to download on May 23rd. It's coming up, I think.
Ooh.
Or no, May 30th.
May 30th is it's available. It's dropping.
May 30th is actually available. You can pre-order it right now.
Oh boy. Okay.
And then if you want to show Kiggins Theater in Vancouver, June 12th, Salem, Oregon, June 13th at the Infinity Room.
Nice. So if you're on the other side of the country, Michigan, you can catch me at Dr. Grins the 12th through the 14th.
Oh, look at
June.
you. Back at Dr. Grins.
Back at the old Grins, and that's the one where I told you I'm doing the VR, the metaverse
right.
set during the day, like Saturday or something.
And you're gonna film it, right?
I'm gonna film me doing it.
Yes, to
you.
with just the hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that. That will get some. Post that as a reel.
I should.
Just you with the thing.
Yeah. That's going to be really weird. But 20 minutes. That's all I got to do. 20 clean minutes.
Are you going to hear laughter?
I hope. I mean, I don't.
I mean, potentially. I know a lot of shows you don't anyway, but I'm saying virtual.
I think so. I think it's live. Yeah.
So they can also. It's like the Zoom thing. That was always the big debate. Like, how many mics do we unmute or whatever?
Yeah, I think it is because I think from the video that they sent me, the training video or whatever, like you're performing and then they can replay it, and the people that hear the replay hear the actual people that were there laughing. So it'll be like I'm in on The Sims, and I can see all these Sim people.
Have you seen what your avatar is going to look like?
No, I don't remember. I haven't looked at it in a while. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to look like. That's a good question.
You should really work on it. Zhuzh it up a little bit.
I don't think I do anything ahead of time. I think they do that.
But can't you go in and fix up can't you give yourself more
on what? I don't even know what it is.
More muscles like or something?
Comedy account or some meta?
Oh, it's not your
thing.
It's not an avatar of you. It's not going to look like you.
I don't know. Maybe it is, but if it is, they got to make it because I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Can I log in? Can I? I don't have a thing.
When I get the details, I'll let you know. But yeah, if you don't have a VR thing,
can I watch it on a Roku?
I'm sure.
Can I watch it on?
If there's a way they can make money off of it, I'm sure they would let
DVD player. Okay. So check it out. Dr. Grins. I wish I was going to that show. And that's it.
That's it.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to
The Cavalry.